If the excuses you've been telling yourself actually paid the bills, you'd be a millionaire by now. You'd be on a yacht somewhere in San Tropez, but they don't, and you're not. Those excuses are costing you, sis. And I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Excuses do not look good on grown women. Not when they're costing you your health, your money, and the confidence you're supposed to be walking in. And you want to know the worst part? Every time you let one of your own excuses slide, you're teaching yourself that settling is okay. So look, this video is not soft, gentle talk. This is a look in the mirror. Before you even think about clicking off, ask yourself this for real. What have your excuses actually gotten you? What doors have they closed? And how much longer are you gonna play with your own potential? Because yeah, this might get a little uncomfortable, but that discomfort might just be the thing that changes your whole life. Stick with me. I'ma take a bougie ass to Rodale and let her pick up whatever she wants. So if you're new here, my name is Natalie, Dean of Students here at the It Girl University. And before you get in your feelings and start coming for me in the comments, let me just say this. I had to have this exact same come to Jesus meeting with myself in the mirror, like recently, okay? I'm the type of friend that's gonna tell you the truth, even if it stings just a little bit, because I care more about your growth than your comfort, to be honest. And if that's the kind of energy that you need in your life, go ahead and enroll in the It Girl University by hitting the subscribe button down below. Because around here, we don't just talk about it, we are about it, okay? All right, let's get into the real cost of these little stories we tell ourselves. Because every time you say, ugh, I just don't have time, what you're really saying is, this isn't important enough for me to make the time for it. Every time you say, I'll start on Monday, what you're really saying is, you know what? I'm cool with staying this version of myself for just a few more days, right? You're not uncomfortable. And every single time you say, girl, I'm just too tired, you're telling yourself that your temporary feeling of comfort is more important than your long-term goals. It stings. I know. Listen, I had to tell myself this the other day. See, excuses, they feel harmless, right? Like you're just hitting the snooze button on your life. But what you're really doing is you're letting the bill run up. Because excuses are expensive, girl. They steal your energy because you're too busy fighting with yourself in your own head instead of just doing the damn thing. Your momentum because you're always at day 1 instead of day 100. Peace because deep down, you know you're playing yourself and that guilt is heavy. Confidence because every time you break a promise to yourself, you stop believing your own hype and your potential because the woman you're meant to be is waiting on the other side of your discipline and you keep leaving her on red. And the gag is excuses will sell you a little bit of comfort right now, only to hand you a big bag of regret later on. They'll dress up like rest and self-care, but really they're just talking you out of becoming her. So if you've ever been sitting in your car, mad at yourself for not following through again, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You've just been tricked into thinking that your excuses weren't costing you anything. And they are. They're costing you everything. Okay, I need you to start thinking of yourself as a business, like you are the CEO, the COO, and the entire board of you incorporated. And discipline is the COO of that business. She's the one who makes sure ish gets done. You feel me? Now, let me ask you this. If you had an employee who was always late, always missing deadlines, always had an excuse, would you keep them on payroll? Hell nah, you wouldn't. You would fire them. So why do you let yourself get away with it? We love to talk about self-love like it's just face masks and bubble baths. And don't get me wrong, we love that around here. But the real grown woman self-love, it looks like accountability. It looks like managing yourself with the same respect you demand from someone you were paying. Because let's be for real, excuses would never fly at a company that's trying to be successful. If your team member said, I'm just not motivated today, you'd be like, and the deadline is still the deadline, baby. Discipline isn't punishment, it's strategy. It's a love letter to your future self that says, girl, I got you. I'm gonna get it together for us today. It is self-respect in action. And the minute you start moving like the CEO of your own life, you stop negotiating with that broke, procrastinating part of yourself. CEOs don't ask for permission to be powerful, and neither should you. Can we talk about motivation for a second? Because, girl, she's cute and all. She's fun too, matter of fact. She's the friend who hypes you up, like sends you little reels like, OMG, we should totally do this. But let's be honest, motivation is flaky. She ghosts you the second things get hard. She doesn't show up when it's raining, and she definitely sends your 6 a.m. alarm to voicemail. You cannot build a life on a friendship that unreliable. And that's where self-leadership comes in. She's that boss chick. She doesn't need the vibes to be right or for Mercury to be out of retrograde. She shows up when she's tired, when she's sad, when she's discouraged. She gets it done regardless. Waiting to feel like it is the biggest trap of all time. Every time you do something small, you're building your resume. You're gathering proof that you can do hard things. So start small, for real. Make that phone call that you've been avoiding. Drink your water. And no, it doesn't have to have lemons and chlorophyll in it. Just drink the water. Put your workout clothes on. Even if you only do 15 minutes in your living room, a 15-minute walk on your treadmill or outside, around the block, around your house, I don't care. Clean up one corner of your room because you deserve to live in a space that isn't chaotic. Every time you do one of these things, you're making a deposit in your self-trust bank. You're proving to yourself that you're a woman of your word. That's that grown woman energy. That's that it girl energy. Okay, so we got to clear this up. There is a huge difference between a real life obstacle and an excuse wearing a trench coat and some glasses trying to act like it's a logical reason. Excuses sound smart, they feel valid, but they usually come from a place of fear, not fact. An excuse is, I don't have time. An obstacle is, I'm a single mom working 2 jobs. You see the difference? An excuse is, I'm just too tired. An obstacle is, I'm dealing with a chronic illness. See, obstacles are real. They require grace, patience, and sometimes you need to just sit your butt down and rest. Understandable. But excuses require you to call them on their bluff. You have to ask yourself, is this a real wall? Or is this just a wall that I built so I'd have a reason to stop moving? Because even with real obstacles, you can still find a way. It might not be pretty, Instagram worthy even. It might be the slow, messy, scenic route, honestly, but you can still move forward. The difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck isn't their resources, it's their resourcefulness. You get to choose. So let's have a real talk. The excuses we make sound so logical, but when you look at them in the light, child, it's just fear in a blazer pretending to be practical. Like when you say, I'm just not a consistent person. Okay, but are you trying to go to the gym 7 days a week? Because like, sis, be for real. Beyonce has a whole team. You have 24 hours and a prayer. Maybe your version of consistent is 3 days a week. Start there. Or I don't even know where to start. People say that all the time. But you learned how to do a winged eyeliner by watching YouTube and practice until your arm went numb. Starting isn't the problem. You're just afraid of looking messy while you learn. We all learn somewhere. Just make a move. And this one, we've all said this one. I've already tried and failed before. Listen, that's me, okay? I done did this 1,000 times, but failure is just feedback with an attitude. It's not your final destination. It's just information. You're not broken. You're just better informed now, okay? And this is another excuse we tend to give. I don't have anyone supporting me. And I feel that in my soul. I swear I do. Sometimes it really is just you in the mirror. But if you can learn to lead yourself when you're all alone, imagine the force you'll be when the right people finally show up for you. And this is the all-time classic excuse. I just don't have time. But you know the entire plot of that messy reality show. Everybody named Mama know what happened on Love Island this season, okay? And your TikTok screen time was 94 minutes today. Yeah, it's not about time. It's about priority. You don't need another guru. You just need to show up for yourself, even in a small way, and give yourself some proof that you can. So let's make it official. As of right now, you are no longer the woman who entertains excuses. You are no longer letting procrastination even look in your direction. And you are done lowering the bar for yourself. You're better than that. Here's the new standard. Your time is not free. Stop giving it to things that don't give you peace, purpose, or progress back. Your energy is premium. Stop handing it out to people and habits that don't deserve it. And your attention, it's sacred, because whatever you feed grows. And if you keep feeding your doubt, it's gonna get real strong while your dreams starve. Start asking yourself, would the woman I'm trying to become approve of this choice, of this excuse? And if the answer is no, you know what you gotta do. You've played small for long enough, girl. This next season is about walking like the receipt. You owe nobody an explanation. You only owe yourself the results. This is your sign. Raise the standard. It's time. If you made it to the end of this video, I already know what type of woman you are. You're done playing. You are so over your own BS and you're ready to finally lead. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I want you to make it real. Tell me in the comments, which excuse are you officially canceling today? Name it. Shame it, girl. We're holding each other accountable, starting right now. And if this video felt like the truth that you needed to hear, send it to your homegirl, send it to your friend, your mother, your auntie, whoever. Tell her it's time to cancel her excuses too. And if you need one more kick in the butt to really seal the deal, then go ahead and watch this video right here. Because if excuses have been costing you, discipline is the only thing that's gonna pay the bill. I'll see you in the next video.